And before you will go, the EIS, Ekama International School, has also a special gift for Thailand Adventist Mission to support the ministries, the projects that the Thailand Adventist Mission has planned for this year. And I would like to call Ajahn Jaran to present to Ajahn Ritesai our special gift for Thailand Adventist Mission. Okay. I would like to call the EIS administrators to please come up on stage for the photo op with our pastors from our ministers from Thailand Adventist Mission. Once again, thank you so much, pastors, for your presence today. Thank you for gracing our program with your presence.
Thank you, pastors, for praying not only for our school, but all of its members and school leadership. It is so important to lift our prayers to God, because without His direction, what are we doing, right? So now I would like to leave you all with Ajahn Jarun, our school director, who has some words for us this morning.
Respected TAM President, Ajahn Niratisai Aipan, Executive Secretary, Ajahn Chris Thamongkut, Treasurer, Kun Chayaporn Vittyaphibal, officers and pastors, teachers and staff, good morning. It is flashed on the screen the organizational structure of EIS. We praise the Lord for the wisdom and strength. We are thankful that with us this morning are our leaders from Thailand Adventist Mission. I'm honored to introduce to you the administrative team who will be serving alongside you and me in this new school year 2022-2023. Change happens for a reason. After careful discussion and approval of the executive board, this year's EdCom started the groundwork on June 1st, 2022. They or we will be accountable to God, to you, and all stakeholders as we fulfill our respective missions. I would like to request our Thailand Adventist Mission President, Pastor Niratisai Aipan, to come in front to give the Thongmalai after I call our administrators on stage. Okay, number one, I am Mr. Charan Damrukitiyot, serving as EIS Director. And number two, Ajahn Panawat Khatiya is our Manager. And number three, to manage our finances, Ms. Catherine Julikaset serves as Treasurer. And we have Pastor Carlo Dale is also with us as. Thank you, Pastor. We have Pastor Carlo Dale is also with us as our church pastor. To continue his service in the academics, Mr. Ian Cordero as our academic principal. Also this year we have our human resource manager, Mr. Kim, or Workilio Kimball Chair. As we carry on our responsibilities, I request that you please pray for us for wisdom, guidance, and leadership characteristics that are aligned with the will of God. Thank you.
Another round of applause for our school administrators. And every one of us should keep them in prayers. It's not easy to lead a very big institution. So this time I would like to call Mr. Kim to introduce to us the leadership team, the department heads, and the grade level leaders.
Thank you very much, Mr. Romualdo. And yes, I would like to also say thank you to Ma'am Liana for being our hosts today. Thank you. Are leaders made or are leaders born? In EIS, leaders are recommended by the section principals and approved by the administrative committee. This year's principals are, for kindergarten, we have Mrs. Hazel Ilaw. As I call your name, I would like you to come in front as our administrators will be giving you pangmalay. Itong nina kap. Yes. Elementary school principal, Mr. Reynold Abner Gadaon. Middle school principal, Mr. Frederick Milton Lee. High school principal, Mr. Ronald Minjola. After careful consideration, the committee decided to choose 3 assistant principals. Elementary school assistant principal, Mrs. Angie Cordero. Middle school assistant principal, Mrs. Marijo Isqueta. High school assistant principal, Mrs. Tipawan Aipan. Grade level leaders, Kindergarten 1, Miss Chona Ronquillo. Kindergarten 2, Mrs. Della Chowdhury. Kindergarten 3, Miss Yakin Liu. Grade 1, level leader, Mrs. Lalani Rinoka Thomas. Grade 2, level leader, Mrs. Alpha Joy Lee. Grade 3, level leader, Mrs. Daisy Jane Varon. Grade 4, level leader, Mrs. Janice Patillas. Grade 5, level leader, Miss Emeline Lazarus Pumikpik. Middle school level leaders, grade 6, Mrs. Divina Reyes. Grade 7, Mr. Man Tan Lee. Grade 8, Pastor Christy Pereira. Support staff and non-academic heads, accreditation and curriculum, Verlinda Kimba. Learning resources, Mylene May Palmes. Registrar, Ms. Nucharin Kiatianyong. Admission, Ms. Nucharat Inkasurawat. Publication and Media, Evangeline Alves. Athletics, Dustin John Pittman. Pathfinder, Jimmy Cordero. Acarado, sorry. Jimmy Carado. I'm sorry for that. It's Ian Cordero. It's Jimmy Carado. Pathfinder Director, sorry. You're so serious. Student Council, Head Sponsor, June Earl Dagauhis. Safety and Security, Tanakrit Tarasapanan. Maintenance, Songsok Kiatianyong. Transportation, Mr. Bovon Molkeo. Housekeeping, Ms. Nitnara Sriharat. Cafeteria, Mrs. Yenapa Anikonawut. Snack bar, Mrs. Kusalin Jacksomsak. Subject department heads, values, Mr. Merle Das. English, Miss Esther Nathan. Math, Mr. Jollibin Simple. Science, Miss Ellen Taimei. Thai department, Mrs. Tanya Lak Promoted. Social studies, Carl Snell. Business, Mr. Tommy Thomas. Fine arts and music, Mrs. Joanne Laude. Information and communication technology, Ivy Lu Dagauhis. Physical education, Mr. Pirachot Wongam. Grade 9 sponsor, or now I am calling for our grade sponsors. Grade 9, Ms. Valitzerin Patana Prumat. Grade 10, Ms. Wirapon Nitpakde. Grade 11, Mr. McDonald Turkey and Ms. Anchana Tanwichian. Grade 12, Ms. Sarita Aurora and Mr. Felix Roy Rimbay. He is also our AP coordinator. May the Lord God bless each one of you as you serve this school year 2022-2023 here in Ekamai International School. Ladies and gentlemen, these are our department heads, grade level leaders, coordinators, principals, assistant principals, our administrators, and leadership team. May God bless you and may continue to support EIS family. We would like to request also our administrators to come for the photo opportunity. Sir Pastor Carlo. Anyone I miss? Principals, huh? Pastor Carlo is here. Thank you very much. Happy 2022-2023. Thailand Adventist Mission under the presidency of Ajan Nirati Sai Aipan, Kapkon Makmak na Kap Ajan. Thank you, pastors, and have a good day.
All right.
So that's the end of our part one for today's program.
We thank you all for being here. Now we will have a break time.
Okay, and please try to be back here in 10 minutes. Okay, in 10 minutes.
Kun Eden Kunathamon Panlawin to introduce our guests this morning. Thank you for your attention.
Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad to introduce you our speaker, Kun Sravut Krailatsiri, the partner and co-head of tax and corporate restructuring practice from Kudan and Partners. Kun Sravut finished his bachelor and master in law from Thammasat University, Thailand. He has various professional qualifications. But recently, he has a representing and providing advice to Business Online PLC and its group of companies on the PDPA and the Cybersecurity Act. And he also representing several Thai companies by providing advice on the PDPA and the Cybersecurity Act. Kun Sravut's principal focus for the past 2 decades on tax, corporate restructuring, and cross-border mergers and acquisitions, PDPA and digital laws. Now we will give time to Kun Sravut.
Thank you, Kun Eden, and good morning, teacher. Thank you for having me this morning. This morning, I would like to share with you about Thai PDPA. Yeah, according to, we discussed with Kun Eden that now the school may have some question or would like to ask or to know about Thai PDPA. That we are having PDPA for almost 3 years from now. You may know of this. And then for my experience on PDPA, actually we studied Thai PDPA for more than 4 years before the law will be, has been enacted. And you may heard that Thai PDPA, we adopt GDPR from EU. But if you read Thai PDPA, you may see that there are differences on the concept and the provision itself. And when you apply GDPR to the practice in Thailand, you may find many questions. Why Thai PDPA is not apply or interpret it at the same way of GDPR, which from this morning I will share some experience and some cases, and may if you have any question, you may raise your hands and ask me anytime. Okay. When we talk about the privacy, you may, sorry. Can you help? Okay, we may start with privacy by design or by default. As you may know that nowadays the privacy is important, right, for everyone. I think that Thailand also would like to protect the privacy of individuals. when we talk about the privacy under the PDPA, first of all, we have to know what is the difference between personal data and corporate data, right? As everyone have personal data, and when we talk about personal data, you also would like to know that what is the difference between personal data and personal information, and why the law protect in the level of the data, not in the level of the information, right? Because the data is all information that has not been organized. Everything about individual, everything about the data can link to individual will be protected by the law, right? That's why we use that personal data is important. And when we know about the personal data, we also should know about data subject and data owner, right? Everyone can be data subject, but everyone may not be data owner, right? Like your information is you can be data subject for your personal data. But if your personal data has been recorded at the computer of the school will be data owner, right? So once you are data subject, you will be protected by the law. And this law, when you read the law, you will see that government try to stipulate the duty of controller and give the right to data subject. And when you are data subject, you will be protected. And when you are controller or processor, you have the duty. This is the concept, right? And then we will talk about the consequence of your role. If you are data subject, you have the right to request controller to do anything according to the right under the law. But if you are controller or processor, you have duty to do what the law said. If you not do that duty, you will be punished. Criminal, civil, and administrative, which I will share later. So before we go to the detail, I think that everyone will relate to personal data, especially for children, for minor, for the kids, because we may think that the school will be controller, but actually you may be act as controller as well. Like if you take, for instance, if you take a photo of people and the photo has been kept in your mobile phone, in your camera, you are regarded as data controller. So you have the duty. But the law says that if you use it as a personal use, purely personal use, then the law will not apply to you. But the question is, what is the personal use or for household purpose? This is a question, right? Because nowadays, when you take a photo or you upload photo of people, you may share to others, or you upload it into your social media. Then you become processor or you become controller according to your activity after that. So this is to share that you have the role of controller or processor as well, right? And that means you also have the duty according to the law. So in the total concept, the privacy is important, and people need to be protected on their privacy. But and in the other hand, if you are a controller and you protect their privacy, not only that you will not be punished according to the law, but it will gain trust. This is also important, that when you are controller, you are processor, and you can prove that you protect the privacy for the data subject. The benefit that you will have that you will get trust from the data subject. This is the good side of if you comply to the law, right? So generally for the school, right? I talked to Kun Eden that in the school we have students which their age lower than 20, which is minor according to Thai law, right? So we should know that the law protects privacy of students who are minor. So as I mentioned earlier, that not only the school have to protect the privacy of the data subject who is minor, but everyone can be controller, we also have to protect the privacy of the minor, the student as well. Like for example, if you take photo or copy photo of a student, you become controller. What else in your activity that you can become a controller? When you give a score, grade to student, recommend or have some comment for the student. That means you are controller and you are processing personal data as well. So how to prevent to breach the provision of the law? That we should know two parts. First, lawful basis for do anything to the data, which we call lawful basis for processing. Secondly, it's about you should know that you are processing the data or not. If you're not processing the data, you are free from this law. But if you start processing the data, then you have to aware that should you be subject to this law, or will you be you have to follow some duty that the law says. So in detail, I think the most part of the duty will be the duty of school. But for teacher, I think teacher also have the duty, because the teacher acts on behalf of the school in some part as well, right? So if you're aware that once you process the data and you also act as a representative of the school, so it will be a certain liability as well. But I don't want to make it more serious that you cannot do anything over the data, because when you read Thai PDPA, it may not be clear like GDPR. But when you go to read GDPR on the concept of how to process the personal data, and you will see another view that will make you more comfortable to process on the data. So in Thailand, we said that if the children or the minor, the age lower than 10 years old, you need to get the consent from the custodian. Do you know who will be the custodian, the legal custodian of the children, of the student? You know, right? And if they, normally it should be parent, right? And do you know if they don't stay with the parent, or if the parent, they separate, how do you know who can give you a consent? This is also should be some certain process that the school should have this kind of information to teacher as well, right? Because the law mentioned about legal custodian, not just a parent. This is quite important, right? And then this is a problem in practice as well. If you have you process the data of the student, and how you protect or ensure that this information is in security. This is also the process that you have to talk with the school to set the measure for the security of the data, which is the duty of the school. Once you operate the data, right, you become controller. And when you become controller, you have to know additional information about the general data and sensitive data. In Thailand, in Thai PDPA, we call the data under section 26. I'm not sure whether school keep record on biometric of the student or not, like face recognition for security, or fingerprint, or anything about biometric. If in that case, it's very important that when you process the data under section 26 or sensitive data, sensitive information, must be aware that you cannot share or cannot transfer to other, which it will be linked to criminal liability. But if it's just a normal information, just normal personal data, it may not link to criminal liability, but it may affect to the administrative fine or civil claim only. So it's important. You must be aware of the sensitive data about health condition, about what else, biometric, belief, religion, something like that. If you collect this kind of data, then you must be aware that this is important data of the student. So this is the role or the stakeholder in the school of PDPA. The student teacher can be data subject, also can be controller or processor. The difference between controller and processor is that the controller will be the person who can determine the purpose and the means of the personal data. Like I share with you that if you take picture of student or take picture of your colleague, the picture upload in your mobile phone, you are controller, your colleague are data subject. And if you work, give a grade to student, you become processor on behalf of the school, right? And then another stakeholder that you should know is on the data protection officer. According to the law, if a controller who process the personal data under Section 26, that controller have to appoint a DPO, data protection officer, which the school by nature should appoint a DPO. The DPO will be the person who help the controller to control, to review, and to coordinate with the DPC according to comply with the PDPA. This position will help you to aware of the PDPA and to comply with the DPA to protect the legal consequence. Then this part is about processing of the data. As I mentioned that the wording of data processing, in Thailand we don't have the definition of how you process the data, how you processing the data. But when you read in the law, they will say collection, use, and disclose. But when you read processing in GDPR, it covers everything that you do on the personal data. Like, for example, if you record the grade of a student, you are processing the data, right? But if when you read Thai PDPA, they will separate collection, use, and disclose, which I think for more detail and how processing could be interpreted, I think you can refer to processing under GDPR. So for processing the data, there are online and offline processing. It doesn't matter. But the point is you have to protect the security of the data as a controller. So for the life cycle of using the data, when you collect and store it, use it or disclose to other people, and you have to know how long will you keep that personal data. This is also important. And once you notice the data subject that how long that you will keep the data, you have to delete it after the period that you inform the data subject. If not, and if it breach or your computer is hacked by hacker, this is your liability. So in practice, an organization who act as a controller, they will have a policy for all staff, how to protect how to use or protect the personal data in your device, which help to protect the privacy of the data subject, which I think that in near future the school should have some policy on how to use your own device or how to use the school device. So this is the age of information that we adopt this concept from EU, from GDPR. And then other countries also have the same, the similar law, even in China, in Japan, South Korea, Hong Kong, and Singapore. And other countries, they apply the PDPA. In Singapore, they call the same as PDPA. They apply it for 10 years already. And EU, they just use GDPR for several years. And US also, they have their own privacy law. So we come to the point that if you're not protect the personal data, what will happen? As I mentioned, this law gives the right to data subject and stipulate the duty to controller and processor. So if processor and controller not follow the law, their life will be face this three group of penalty. First, criminal case. Criminal case that means only 3 cases that you may be punished under criminal fine, and the fine may start from 500,000 baht until 1 million baht, and imprisonment for 6 months until 1 year. As I mentioned that once you process the information or the data under Section 26, the chance that it will be trigger the criminal fine is when you transfer the data under Section 26 to other country. The problem is how to interpret the transfer data to other country. If you make your social media available worldwide, and other people in other country can see the information in your social media or to access, it is interpret that you share or transfer the data to other country as well. So if you don't want to face the problem about the criminal fine or criminal liability, try to avoid processing on personal data under Section 26 or sensitive data. The second one on civil claim. For civil claim, it's very broad. The law says that if you not follow the provision of PDPA and it cause damages to anyone, that person can claim for compensation. The compensation will be cost that to compensate the damage. Such damage must be actual damage and any cost or expense to prevent the potential damage as well. So if data subject will claim on the civil case, claim for compensation, they have to prove that what is the damage, what is actual damage, how much that is cost, how much that they have to spend to protect that potential cost. So I think, for my opinion, it's quite unlikely to happen, right? And then for Thai law allow the court to give punishment to the controller who breach the provision of the law that can top up the compensation up to 2 times of the actual compensation. And the third one is for administrative fine, which administrative fine you have to pay to the government through Personal Data Protection Commission, PDPC. I think it's unlikely to happen to individual. Mostly it will affect to the school. And the administrative fine, it starts from 1 million to 5 million. But in EU, they can stipulate the law that to set administrative fine up to 10 million euro or 2% of the total revenue of the preceding year of that organization. The big organization like Google or many chain hotel that operate the personal data in EU that may face this kind of huge administrative fine. But in Thailand, the maximum is 5 million baht. And I think this administrative fine will normally apply to an organization who act as a controller, not for the individual. So how to mitigate the risk of breach of PDPA? I think it's good to create PDPA awareness to everyone in the organization and develop PDPA compliance. Not only issue a policy, but you have to communicate and test regularly. Designate DPO. Because by nature of the school, we collect data under Section 26, we have to appoint a DPO and perform periodic scan and modification. So once we announce policy or any measure to protect the privacy of data subject, we should scan, monitor, and develop it. And set up crisis management and plan team. We have to test if data breach, who is the person to inform the PDPC and how to protect the data, how to notify the data subject. According to the law, you have to notify PDPC and data subject within 72 hours. If not, it will be subject to administrative fine. But in detail, I think PDPC will set the policy or the measure and how to notify, because you have to quantify the level of the damage first. Not everything that you have to notify. Like if you use telephone of school and you lost it, or you use computer of the school and you lost that computer, should you notify every data subject? Maybe not. If in that computer not have personal data that have a high impact for the data subject. Then anyone have a question or would like to share something on PDPA?
Okay, now it's time to question and answer. So if you have a question about PDPA, now is good time to ask Kun Sarawut to answer us. So from now, if you take the picture of your student, that means you are controller, right? And if you're processing your student's grade, that means you're collecting the student personal data. So, but I have a question. So if we cannot do that and do this, and if we still have to do, like teacher need to, sometimes we need to take the picture of a student, sometimes we need to process the grade, or we need to collect some information of our student. Ajahn, can you share with us how and it's based on the law or any?
Okay. As a teacher, you have the duty according to the contract. I think we know that we have the right to process the data because we have duty. According to the law, they put once you before or at the time that you will process the data, you need to get a consent. But not everything that you need to get a consent. Sometimes you may not get a consent if you have the duty according to the contract. If you have the right, the lawful basis on the legitimate interest. And for your position, you are a teacher, and the student come to school under the contract. So you can process it as long as it's according to the contract. So you can process it, which is will not be any problem.
Okay, we have another question there.
Good morning, sir. I just have a question for the students that's younger than 10. We usually share with parents when we have activities, photos, and stuff like that. That doesn't fall under the contract. Is it okay to get permission once a year for the whole year, or do you need to get it every time?
Thank you. I think okay, we have to consider whether we need a consent or we will claim that we have the right under a contract. Because if you get a consent, the right of that data subject will be different. So first of all, you have to determine whether you process the data and you need to get the consent or not. Once you get a consent, you need to request for consent every time that you would like to process the data out of the scope, out of the purpose that you inform or notice the data subject at the beginning. For instance, you take a picture of student just for a record in the student record. But if you would like to use that picture of the student for publication or show to others that this student entrance into a good university, you need to get another consent because the purpose of use of the data has been changed. Yeah, this is for example. Any more questions?
Just sorry, Ma'am Eden, just a suggestion, will the school put policies in place that everyone can follow? Just something that we can look at, please.
Sorry?
No, I'm just mentioning that maybe I think it affects different ages differently. So if the whole school can have a policy, that would be beneficial for all the teachers.
I think the school needs to come up for different level. Like, can we share the picture of your child in the line group? Something like that, so parents know what's going on. So maybe a form that we send to the parents before we share pictures of their child in the line group. So that is something, then maybe in that form, we should say parents can download the picture of their child only for their own viewing purposes, not for sharing, okay?
Yes.
So that is something where the school and the admin have to work on. So I have one question. My question is that, can we teachers be the subject of PDPA by the students or the parents?
Okay, for the first part that is about the policy of processing the data. I think, in practice, we have two kind of document. First is privacy notice, and second, privacy policy. For privacy notice, it's a kind of paper that controller need to inform data subject according to the law. And privacy policy is not a legal document, but it's a kind of internal policy of data controller that to tell everyone to treat or to process, how to process the data, what should do and what should not do. So I think every school or every organization that is regarded as data controller should have privacy policy. That means everyone in the organization can comply and to know how to protect or how to process the data properly.
Okay, for the first part, teacher, I want to share with all of you that as we are working on the privacy organization privacy policy, but not done yet. But now we're trying to finish as soon as possible for the privacy notice for the student and parents. After we finish, we will share with you before we send out to the parents and the student.
So, since you're not done with the policies, can I suggest that maybe teachers don't share the pictures of the kids in the line group first at the beginning? Because parents or other students can also take the advantage of PDPA meanwhile, right? But we have line group, I understand, but in the line group, perhaps we can just send the information first before sharing pictures. And I'm still confused with the PDPA that, suppose I had my daughter in K2 this year, okay? If I want to post a picture of my daughter with her friends on Facebook, so is that wrong?
Yeah, that's it. That's still the question. Because, okay, for the sharing of the picture of student, right? Sharing is a processing of the personal data, right? And if you sharing because you would like to share about the activity of student due to the activity of the school, not adding additional information or mention the sensitive data, like share the picture of a sick student, for instance, and mention that this student got COVID, for instance. That means you add the information that may affect to the data subject. But if you just share because you would like to share the activity of the student in the school, or the event that the school brings students to have some activity outside the school but related to the relationship between school and student. I think that's fair and it's not breach.
So there is no fine line that says...
No, but in my recommendation that you should mention this kind of objective in the policy and privacy notice as well.
And you mentioned about COVID. Suppose a student in a class got COVID, suppose, yeah? And teachers are also in that line group. Is it wrong for teachers or other students to mention that this kid got COVID in the line group, suppose?
If in the line group, I recommend that you can inform the parent that there is a student got COVID.
So not to mention their name.
Should not mention their name.
But then it would be a problem that person who is surrounded by that student won't know that they should quarantine themselves or not, and then they will spread even furthermore. In that case, what do we do?
First, try not to mention the name of the data subject, especially for the minor. Second, there are many ways to inform the student or parents in the same class or who relate to the student who got COVID, right? So in practice, if you informed the doctor or the authority the name of the student, that is, you are acting due to the duty according to the law. There will not be any problem because you have the duty to inform who is infected the COVID, right? But if you put this kind of message into line group, which very difficult to control, because the purpose of the use maybe various other parents may share with other without any the bad intention, but it may affect to the data subject.
Okay, thank you.
So I think to protect the uncontrolled consequence, just not mention if in circumstance that you cannot control.
Because, you know, I mentioned this, I had a case in my class during summer that I was teaching.
Yeah.
One student got, and then that student somehow confessed by himself in the line group so that his friend would take precaution. But then the problem was that it was just in the group, and the maid who was cleaning the class, she wasn't aware. So later on, when she was cleaning the classroom, she got COVID from that.
I see.
And it looks like, I understand the PDPA, it has both the pros and the cons. But then at the same time, there are some measurements that people should be informed properly. Not the name, yes, you're correct. But then we may need a system that helps both the teachers, the student, and the staff to know that, okay, they should take care of themselves, their health, and not to mention the name, but then at least a proper way, and also be cooperative with PDPA. Anyway, thank you.
Okay, thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. I understand PDPA is protection for the minors, right? Do we have also protection as teacher with response with this law? In particular, for example, some of the students are taking picture with the teachers and send it into the group with some bad words or bullying messages. Do we have any protection as teacher for this law?
For procedure, right? As I mentioned, you can be data subject and you can be controller, right? So if you are data subject, you will be protect according to the law, and the person who possess your personal data have to protect your right, protect your privacy as well. So this data is not fixed, right? So if you are data subject, you have the right to request the controller to do certain things for you as well, to erase, to protect for the security. So I think if we see this law in detail, we should know that we are data subject or controller, and do we process the personal data or not? This is will help to protect the right of the data subject.
Yes, sir, because my concern, personal concern is sometimes this law is focused only to the minors and the students. But as we observe, some students are taking pictures, especially during online with the teachers, and send it into the line group. As a teacher, what we are going to do we need to go to the administration of our school about this matter so that they can have the action with regards to this? Because sometimes if the teacher is in that particular pace, we have no concern about it. But if the concern is the students, the hot seat is in the teacher's pace now. So my concern is for all of us teachers here. I'm not sure if that is happening in your class, but if that is happen, we need to have also the protection not only for this law, but also for our school.
Okay, I think for the processing of the data, not only have the policy for the teacher, we should have policy for student as well. Not to use to respect the personal data of everyone. Everyone should have privacy, and the privacy must be protected. So I think not only teacher have to comply with this law, the student also have to know this law as well.
This is not about the faces of the student, but for example, I'm a teacher and then my students wrote something in their classwork, something like that, and I want to share it in Facebook or only the work that they did. Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay because
even if there is a name?
Yeah, because you have the connection, relationship between teacher and student, right? This teacher and student relationship is under the contract, right? So you have the right, the lawful basis to use it, and for the purpose of teaching. So there will not be any problem. But if you put that information and in the social media and put something additional information other than the purpose of teaching or activity of the school, that we have to see that we have the right or not.
Hello, sir. I have a question pertaining to cameras inside, like for the classroom, inside the classroom. For example, there is maybe a case when a student may lie to the parents, saying, "Oh, the teacher's not treating me nicely," or like it's not the activity is not true, and report to the parents, and the parents can complain, but the teacher, but for the teacher side it's very different. So what if the teacher records the activity of the student telling the lie, not necessarily telling the lie, but doing the wrong activity? So if the video is recorded, who can we share that video to? Because to prove the innocence of the teacher, let's just say like that.
Okay. I think for this point, it's the same as the purpose of recording the video or taking the picture. And when you share, when you use it, you may test that this is for the purpose of the activity of school or not, right? And if you test it and you decide it's the activity of the school, you have the right to do that.
What I mean, sir, is like finding faults, like the fault of the child is, let's say, the child is bullying, or for example, yeah, like a case like that, when the child said the child would like hit his own head, and say, "Oh, this kid did this to me," or the teacher did to me, but in the video it's actually the kid itself. But to prove the innocence for the teacher, like that, sir.
I see. For this case, if there's a video like this, you should inform that parent, and I think this kind of issue should be mentioned in privacy policy of the school as well, and how you even in this kind of event, how teacher should manage or tell the student. And also if we put this kind of thing in the privacy policy of school, I think everyone will know that how we react when the event happens.
I think it's time up for us. But as a DPO of the school, I would like to say thank you, Kun Sarawut, that come and share us with the PDPA information. And after this, if you have more questions, you can visit our office. I would like to say that this is very new for us, and I'm studying more about this, and if we can help, we will help as much as we can. I'm not good in law, but we can find out the best to help you. Now the school would like to give a gift for Kun Sarawut and his team. Could you please come up here? after this, if you have a question, you can come to see him. Thank you.
section meetings. So we'll separate by sections. High school will be in the high school library, and middle school will be at the conference room. Right, Sir Fred? Sir Fred, 313, right, for middle school's meeting later. And there was a slight change in the program. So instead of having the departmental meetings after the section meeting, it would be meeting with department heads and the grade level leaders. So right after our section meetings, we'll have the department head and GLL meetings. All right, so for high school, same thing. We will just stay in the high school library. I think same with the middle school. All right, 313. Okay, so our speaker for today is no less than our very own high school English teacher. And I think everyone knows her. She's Miss Shireen Regina Basliel. So she will be sharing to us something about practical teaching strategies across the curriculum. So without further ado, I'll give now the floor to Ma'am Shireen.
Nowhere. Hi, guys. Guys, y'all are dead. Hi. All right. Only my principal is here and the middle school principal is here, so I think we should be fine. I need a certificate, you need a certificate. Right? So let's have fun collecting it. I have to teach you practical strategies. That means you ain't going to be sitting there. No way. My seminars are not me talk and you listen. I space out and so do you. Right? So, keeping it short, there are two kinds of noise in a class. Good noise and bad noise. Bad noise is babbling, talking, no classroom management. Good noise is when the students are doing it and the teacher is quiet. And as a new teacher, we always have, I should talk. No, by experience you learn, they should talk, let them do it. Let them be active. It's a student-centered learning. If your class is quiet, then they are like this. No, only because students do not want to come into your class and sleep. They don't. They want to be challenged. They will hate you for it. And I'm going to use Ma'am Esther as an example. How many of you are Ma'am Esther's students? Please put up your hands. Hi. Fred? You're not? Okay. I said hi, not this. Thank you. No, Pastor Christy too, Ma'am Esther. Okay, these are students. And if I talk to them and ask them, how was she as a teacher? Wow. We studied. She gave us a lot of work. She pushed us. But she gave us the best education we received. Now, Ma'am Esther has not given me money to say that. I'm saying that because I've been in her classes and I've seen them doing work. My kids who are in her speech class, ma'am, we'll do your work later. We want to finish Ma'am Esther's speech. Okay, you will do that. I can see these three very seriously nodding. Yes. Is she loud? Yes. But does she feed them? You bet. Is she kind to them? Yes. They have a problem, they will go to her. But what do we think of her? My goodness, Ma'am Esther, we. No. Let's not. And I'm saying this to her face because I used to be petrified of her too. But when I got to know her, I realized, boy, she is the real deal. She's upset with you, you know it. How many of you agree with me on that one? When she's upset, you know she's upset, right? When she's loving, nobody sees it. Students come back. Alumni comes back. When did we have that 60-year thing? 4, 5, 6 years, 7 years ago? Anybody? I'm old, I forgot. Fred, when did we have that 60th century thing in that hotel? The students with kids, and they're still here, some of them are here. One of them is sitting there. Ma'am Esther, you know, you killed us in class, but we are grateful because today I stand in the UN and I can give a speech. All the tricks and trades you taught us and murdered me with and taught me, I can stand and use in the United Nations. I am a voice. Thank you for that. Okay? Is there good noise in her class? Definitely, she lets her kids do it. If you see them walking around mumbling, you know they are from her speech class. They don't like you. You're not. If you want to be liked and loved by the students, by giving them free time and a happy, happy time, they'll love you for now. But they will not respect you. There's a difference between being loved and difference being respected. She's a friendly teacher. She's not friends with them. Christopher, can you go up to Ma'am Esther and give her a hug? Yes or no?
Possibly.
Yes. Now he'll go and very gently. Now, when were you in grade 9? Could you?
No.
No. See? That's him. I'm not saying anything wrong. What I'm saying is, yes. Kids respect you when you teach them. Now, I apologize if I'm being terrible, and to all Americans, I apologize right now, because they write great books. Get to know your kids on the first day. Guys, you have 364 days to get to know them very well. Your first lesson should be your best. What's your name? Good. You have a badge, right? I can read. Perfect. Have a seat. Sit. Now, I'm also old enough to be aware that whatever I say, you're going to say, don't want to listen to her. I'm fine. But if you want to motivate your kids, you want them to study and you want them to do well, let them practice. There is a theory in ESL, PPP, okay? 3 Ps, present, where the teacher talks not more than 5 minutes. Students practice for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I failed math, so if my math goes out, sorry math teachers, okay? And then they need to present. They need to present their work. Now, some teachers give them 1 month. Oh, please, guys, come on. Put them under pressure. Push them to do it. Don't give them a long time for the project, because they will all finish it on the last day. They are PhDs in procrastination, and none of you can beat it, okay? They're very good at that. So that is what I have to say. So every one of my activities is based on PPP, all right? I will talk a little about it. You will do it, and then you will present quickly, all right? So what I want you all to do is high school, middle school, all together. Stop playing with the volume of my mic, June. Thank you. Ma'am Esther's already there. English, please go there. Mr. Carl Snell, social studies. Charlie, right there, math. Please up and move to your departments. Let's move, Ma'am Esther, the business. Here, who's the other department head? Foreigners there. With Ma'am Esther, that side. Thai. Oh, darling, you can go wherever you like. Science, values, Mr. Merle, right here. Values, here. Get to your department heads, please. Move it. Science, where's my science lead head? She's not here. Okay, Fred, you just became the science head. It's improvisation. Back you come. Okay, you guys are what? Computers is there. All right. Oh, that's the sweetest department. Only two. That's the best one. Oh my. Okay. Valinda, thank you. You're still walking around here. Like your son would say, hurry up. All right. The first one that we are going to do is an extremely simple yet colorful activity. How many of you know De Bono's 6 hats? Please put it up. Yes. These ones are given to me by Ma'am Esther. She was cleaning out. These are hats. Now, what is this strategy about? It's a very simple strategy of thinking, helping students think out of the box. Okay? And it makes the student, it breaks down the big lesson into smaller, sizable parts. How many of you who have used this strategy have found it successful? Please put up your hands. 3, 4, 5. Okay. Anybody used it? No. All right. Each department is going to, actually the foreign things, okay, you're all here. Okay. Now, each of you, this strategy, all these strategies can be used across the board, okay? Across the board, not a problem. But you have to use it according to you. The white hat, so to speak, is the one that is the easiest. I have made my own version of it. The white hat. When I put this on my head, the students in the class need to copy, summarize facts from their lesson. I never give them more than 5 facts to copy. 5. Not more, not less. Only factual evidence. Now, let's take a story. Mr. Merle, give me a name of a story. Biblical one, die. Jonah, okay. 5 facts about Jonah. Discuss. Everybody in your groups. Everybody knows Jonah, right? Okay, good. Discuss. I need 5 facts. Go. Go, 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 go. Jonah, fact number 1, go. Now, while my students are working, I walk around with this hat on my head, listening. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 groups. Math. I want a fact which is mathematically true about Jonah. scientifically, computer digital, English, values, business. Welcome. Okay, the mathematical, shh, thank you. The mathematical department is going to share their fact about Jonah.
Spent 3 days in a fish.
Spent 3 days, how many hours?
Doesn't say 72. 72.
72. Okay, so he spent 3 days, 72 hours. You can, okay, science, one scientific fact.
Weather can change.
Weather can change, very good. Social studies, political, geopolitical thing.
He traveled to Tarsus.
Okay, there was a lot of traveling involved. Business, no, wait till I get there, I need exercise.
He paid for the boat, but
Very good.
he didn't pay for the fish.
Okay, he paid for the boat, but he didn't pay for the fish. Excellent, values.
You have to obey God.
Always obey God. Bad idea to disobey him. I agree. Okay, I'm coming back. The last one, digital. English. Tim. Okay, here you go. Everybody's
What do you
pointing.
want me to say?
I don't know. A fact.
A fact that
In Spanish or
he was a
whatever.
male named Jonah.
He was a male named Jonah who went into a whale. You could make a poetry on that one. Okay, digital.
There will be an error if you don't follow instructions. You have an error because you don't follow instructions.
Ah, there was an error. Excellent. Now, you can take the simple one, factual one, but that's not the only one. Now, oh yes, there are 6 to go through. Same thing, red. In Asia, students will feel before they think. In the West, they think before they feel. Remember that. Okay? Some cases, not all. Okay, so everybody, again, one fact of feeling linked to what you told me. So if he's a male, how do you feel about? And he's not going to speak, somebody else's. Okay? All right, we go. Feeling, quick. Quick, 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 quickity, quick. One, feeling. Okay, science, let's go.
Feels stressed because of extreme weather changes.
Excellent. Stressed because of weather changes.
Hungry.
Feels hungry. Why? The whale or Jonah?
Both, yeah.
Both felt hungry. Good. I like that. Okay.
Guilt.
Guilt. Ah, social guilt, yes. Business. Feeling, Jonah. Feelings about the business and profit and loss.
He was at a loss of words.
Very good. He was at a loss for words. Still feeling. Now start thinking about a positive thing. That's the yellow hat. So start thinking.
For us, it's a fail.
It's a fail. Good. Sorry. No. I feel very let down if you think. Feeling. My feeling. English. Who's speaking here? He was a man. How did he feel? Men.
Yeah, he felt angry because he had Nineveh had been saved, and he was disappointed.
Very good. He felt insulted, disappointed, etc. Okay, positive thing about him. Something positive. Go. Positive, something positive. Something positive, yellow. He ran very fast. Okay, values. He ran very fast, that's for sure. He was in the PE department.
He. No, I was about to answer. He is a male. That's very positive.
Spoken like a guys, Mr. Sankey said he was a male, spoken like a true male, and so he was very happy. Sankey, seriously.
What was the question? Oh.
He had a good, safe boat for transportation. Excellent. And he was a man. Sorry, guys.
He got more than he bargained for.
Very good. So he was in a profit? Okay. Now, next hat is black, which is negative. Positive. No, not you. Start speaking.
Positive. Because of the weather change, so he could continue his.
Okay, the weather change. Global warming? Storm. Ah, there was a storm. Very good. Now think of something negative.
He didn't drown.
He flew a drone?
He didn't drown.
He didn't drown. That's a blessing. Okay, something negative. Now give me something negative.
Oh, that's when he was thrown out of the boat. That's negative.
Okay, positive, he was thrown out of the boat.
Is it positive?
I don't know, it depends. Positive for the fish. Guys, you've got to look at it from both perspectives. The fish got lunch, right? That's the positive aspect. From the fish's perspective. From the negative perspective, Jonah got eaten. It depends on whose point of view. Okay, negative. Oh, I forgot the social studies one, sorry.
Oh, we have positive. When the king was revived together with the countrymen, he changed the history.
Ah, history was changed. He sure made history. Okay, so next is negative. Now, this is how, so let me tell you, you have, every department can take this and use it. You also, after the positive, negative, you have green, which is a great idea, new idea. Okay, green is new idea. So you go through it and say what is new. Now, the blue hat is the focused hat or the classroom management hat. Now, just for experience, wait. I'll pause for it, wait. Okay, now I want all of y'all to just mumble, and then as a teacher, I'm going to put this up, you all will start keeping quiet, okay? 1, 2, 3, start mumbling. What am I doing? Did I say a word? I have already told them that when I hold a blue hat, it means to keep quiet and focus. Okay, so you walk around with that. Now, if you're as, you like shopping, and Ma'am Esther's gone and got these hats, and no, I'm not sharing. Okay, so I can wear the blue hat. I wear the blue hat and walk around. Whatever I want them to do. Okay, so once that is done, take this strategy and use it. For my students in the English, especially in LD and the struggling ones, I make them use a different color pen. Now, we don't use white, we use black with underline. It's a bit difficult to read white. It's also, and if you're older, it's very difficult to use yellow and green. It's painful for your eyes, but use it. And when they see it being used, they enjoy it. Now, who did the work, me or you? Me or you? Now, I'm walking around. I want one person. So this is the second P that is done. You all practiced. Third P, choose one person to tell me what you learned from your group. I'm going to count down. Start talking. What did you learn about Jonah? From your group, from your discussion. Fred? Okay, go, Fred. Say, you're going to say what you said. Come on.
The weather was good.
The weather was what?
Sorry.
He's red. He's feeling.
No, I'm not going to say that. Okay. All right, this is just for laughs. I felt like, you know, with all of our input, we heard the most that Jonah was a man, so.
Good. Okay, now, values, they just stole your idea, so you better change it. Okay, now you're going to get students like him. Okay? And which is perfectly okay. But I'm very happy that he said it because every child needs to be able to air their views. Okay? It's his view. I may not like it, but who am I? Do you understand? But it's a fact. He was a man. I can't, whether I like it or not, I've got to believe it. Right? Okay, you guys? He was a man too?
Yeah.
Okay, another, he was a man with values.
Not just a man, a strong man.
He was a strong man.
Anyways, I have to redeem myself, right, for that question. So, yeah, I think if we look at at Jonah's story, right, or at Jonah, I think he's one of the person with all the list of negativities that we could probably think of as a person. But I think there's something that we can learn from him is despite all that negativity, it is a very important story in the Bible. And I think because of that, you know, that's why we are here. Oh, thank you, that's it.
No. Finish your sentence, but keep it short.
All right, my sentence is short.
No, you have to finish that. Okay, now, like I said, you will get students like him and like Fred and a few others. So what? That's what makes it a. He spoke. He wanted to talk. All right? But the minute I cut him down, what happened? I heard his feeling. What?
He feels embarrassed.
He feels embarrassed. I have just done that. There goes PDPA. All right? Do you understand that? He won't talk. Now, that is their thinking. Laterally. You may not like it, but they're thinking. De Bono's 6 hats is something that is a very good strategy to use in your class. All right? So that's the third presentation. So that's the third P. I presented, you all did, we summarized, now write it out. Done. That's strategy 1 over. Okay, all right? Strategy 2, fish market. First P. Fish market is just that. It's a fish market. Now, each of you is going to be given a word. Okay, each group is going to be given a word, and you are going to find the meaning of the word according to your subject. Clear? Then I will make you get up. Be prepared. When I ring the bell, you're going to get up, and you're going to find 5 other people from other places, from other groups. Okay? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7. So basically, science gets up, they find a word, then they get up and go find the meaning according to your vocabulary. Okay? What do you understand about it? Clear? Any questions? Any questions? Yes. Why should I? It's your job. You find your own vocabulary word. Okay? According to your subjects. And then when I tell you, You're going to do it. Now, this strategy is done in 2 ways. So this is number 1. 1, 2, 3. Find your word and start discussing it. Go. One word, choose a word, quickly. No, brain. Keep it in your mind. No writing. Any word. Ready? Wait. Ready? Now, when I ring the first bell, shh. When I ring the first bell, you will all get up and run around and find the words till I ring it again. I will, 1, find your word, find any word in your group according to science. Then you will get up and run to as many people as you can, and that is, and get me a word from the meaning that they say. Share your word. So your word is different, their word is different. They find your meaning, you find. All right? Ready? Get up and go change. Go. Up. Go change. Up. No, Mr. Tommy, no sitting. Let's go. Science, move out of here. Science, go. Out. Nobody is standing around. Go. English, well done. Move it. Very good. Excellent. Move. Liana, you go. Okay. All right, freeze. Settle down. Focus on them. Focus on them. All right. Guys, 1 minute. Shh. Stand where you are. Stand. This was good noise, right? I rang the bell 3 times, but it only added. What did I do? This. I did shh, they didn't listen either. I just held this up and it came, you all quietened down, right? That's what you do. So I've taken 2 strategies. Now, what is the point of, how many of you enjoyed getting up and moving around? This is good noise. You don't want to stop. That is good noise. And why is it called a fish market? It sounds like one. It sounds like one. Everybody talking at the same time. By this time, you can, as a teacher, get off your feet and sit down and do some work. Let them be. All right? Thank you, Tommy. for a naughty student like Pastor Christy, who's been laughing. Okay, do you understand that? Okay, so now what you do, the end of this is, you will tell the students to go back to their place and write in their notebooks the words that they have heard, the meanings that they have learnt, and what it means for them. And then make them do the 6. This is activity number 3. Let's go. This is fish market number 2. All right, facing each other. Guys, no, not 2 lines, only 1 line. I want 1 line only. No social distancing. Too bad. Close. Move closer. Child, pull up another one. Sit. And move back a little. No, move back a little more. All right, I need to see people across each other. Good. He ran away. We've got place here. Ankur doesn't bite. Ankush. Guys, ladies, come this side. Man, come up here. All the way up here. Okay, now this activity is a great activity to make the students to talk to each other. And this is fish market number 2. So that one you can use for vocabulary. This one you use to transfer information. I'm sorry for the ones that are at the back. Okay? Do you understand? Now, the best part of it is letting them do the noise. Now, you say, oh, they don't learn anything. They learn how to listen. And if they don't, they get into trouble. Because when I am, as their teacher, correcting their work, I want to know if what he said, she heard. Okay? Now this is total bedlam. Total chaos, but fun chaos. Okay, all of these ones go to the back. All of you behind this line, please. All right. Now, okay. I'm going to do this in English because the English one is a lot easier to do. So we're going to they're going to do one story, you're going to do another story. Okay? So when A talks, B listens. When B talks, A listens. I generally get them to write, but I'm not going to get you all to write. Okay? Clear? So, A, I'm going to tell you a name of a story. You're going to play Chinese whispers, okay? You're going to pass it on, and I'm going to tell B a story, and when I say go, you're going to start talking. Just pass it on, share it with them. No, share it with all of them what story you're telling. You're going to, yeah, just whisper it. Okay, you guys, B. No, just tell them what story. Name of the story. Okay, you guys. Okay, ready? All right, now, get back, stop cheating. Get back, get back. This row, Mr. Carl, your feet, back, back. Okay, now, this is A and this is B. When I say A, start talking. All of you are going to sit there and are going to tell your partner who is sitting here the story you know, the one that you've been told to tell. All right? Clear? No? Which part? Start talking about your story to him. Ready? 1, 2, 3, A, go. Hurry up, hurry up. Go, no, sit there. Sit there. Talk, 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 talk. John, back. No cheating. Back, no cheating. And guys, stop cheating. Go on, A, hurry up. Done? Okay. Very good. Shh. Group B, your turn. Go. Louder, louder, louder. No, they're supposed to tell the story. Back. No cheating, no cheating. All right, now, that's the point. The best part of this is, now you start writing what your next part of it is, that you will write what they said, they will write what you said. The story will never match the Bible. Never worry. Have the kids had fun? Yes. Have they gotten to then you tell them, ask them why they could not hear. What was wrong? Now, I stood in front of Emma. Some ESL students, or most of the students, hear with their eyes, not with their ears. So when they are talking, and you go, stand in front of them, they cannot hear. Have fun. It's as much fun for you. And then they'll try and, go around you. Have fun. Argue with them. Say, what? I didn't hear. So they have to start repeating. Enjoy your classes. You are the boss in your class. If your kids enjoy it, you will enjoy it. Now, this doesn't happen every day. WASC is coming, guys. They want to see them working, not you. Okay, I'm telling you that from now. So get these things. This is fish market number 2. All right. Any questions about this? No? Fun? Fun so far? All right. Now, after you've done this, strategy number 4 is jigsaw. How many of you have heard of this jigsaw story? Okay, good. Now, I'd like you to, till Christopher, till here, please make one group, circle. From here till Man and you. Make another circle. Mr. Merle, you're that side. No, you're this side. Mr. Merle and Pastor Christy. This side, please. Okay, you guys, another circle out here. The English department right there. Now, I'm going to share books. Now, when I say I'm going to share books, guys, I am an English teacher. Fred, shh. Okay. I have only 2 hands here. Okay. So, what you guys need to do, and again in your departments, is use your work for this. Okay, your subject. So take pieces of your lesson, cut it up, but I'm going to give you books. Find facts. Find something. Did I give you? No. Yeah, diseases. Okay, here. Now, you guys are going to read something from there. Find me 3 or 4 fun facts. These books, Christopher, stop passing it on. Christopher, don't play passing. I'm not playing music. Okay, so now you have facts to find. Find me 5 fun facts from yours. Go. And share it as a group. What do you find in your group? Let's go. Find facts. Is this too big a group? Too big a group? Okay, ma'am Esther, you coming this side. You guys that side. That side. All right. Facts found. Now I'm going to collect the books. My master, I'm taking your book. Thank you. Never mind. I know. Sorry, Liana. Okay, excuse me. Thank you. Done. Christopher, now you can pass the book on to me. Thank you. All right. Now, this one is what I generally do with this is everybody gets a piece of information which you got from here, right? And I generally divide them in equal number of groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All the ones. How many ones are there? A lot. Okay, you're supposed to know the facts, okay? So 1, all of you will go to different groups. Thank you, Fred. Thank you. Mr. Ian told me this morning that I was still the presenter. Thank you. Okay. Now, yes, you do. I love teasing Fred. Man, is your finger okay? Are you all right? What, both of you? Oh, my goodness. Guys, comparing notes and how you fractured it. Identical twins. Good. Excellent. Now, it's okay to joke with your students. It's nice enough to worry people. It's okay. That's called building a relationship. Okay? So, you are now going to go and each group is going to get the facts from the other group. So 5 facts from group 1, 5 from 2, 5 from 3, 5 facts from 4, and 5 facts from 6. Go. Up. Everybody get up and go get them. Go. Go, 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 go. Anybody sitting is going to get into trouble. Group 1, move. Go, move, 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 move. Up, up, up. Anchor, anchor, no phone. Let's go. No phones. Stop hugging each other and share information. Fred, get up. You have to go. Everybody needs to be standing. Move, move, move. Move. Go ahead. Everybody needs to find a partner. Mr. Tanasek, go find somebody. Go talk to somebody. I said partners, not three. There's one alone. Share with her also. I need pairs. Talk, move. Everybody move. I said 5 facts, Romaldo. Find somebody, man, he's alone. Share information. You're in the same group. Go to different people. No standing alone. Here next. No listening. Find information actively. You guys have to move. Cannot stand here like prima donnas. Go share. Stop gossiping. Go share. I know you guys well. Go share. No gossiping, guys. Guys, no, you four are not standing here together. Anything but learning.
We learned.
Pastor Christy. All right. Pastor Christy, you still haven't found anybody? Put one right here. Thank you. Please sit down. Now, I did find some naughty students in my class. Pastor Christy, Christopher, gossiping, Ivy, gossiping. You're not. Fred, talking. Thank you, Mr. Merle. Now, it's perfectly okay to have some who are being naughty, and they will be. Walk up to them. I actually had to chase Pastor Christy right around because he was trying to run away. Do you understand? It's okay. Let them try, but go after them and find out what they do. Now, again, you make them right. Mr. Mann, seriously. I know. Thank you. I'm really convinced, Mr. Mann. I know. Okay, fun, laughter. Now, if you don't have this, you don't want to learn. Do you understand? If you always, Fred, Fred is never going to learn. He's not going to learn at all. He's just going to be terrible. But if you give them a chance to talk and be chaotic, hey, it's okay. Once in a week you can do that. Make them write. But make them come back and write. Writing is a form of presentation too. Okay? That is your third P. All right. Clear? Any questions about this activity? Now, this is much longer than the other activity. Right? The first one is much shorter. This one is much longer, and it's thank you. Okay? That's just it. All right. Now, Mr. Jun Earl. Okay, we get back into 2 lines again. Let's go back. A and B. Just right back here. This is activity number 5 or 6. Mr. Merle, not the phone, please. No phone. Okay, I am going to be age inappropriate. All senior citizens, Pastor Christy, you too, sit there. All the senior ones, Fred, move this side, are going to move this side. All the young ones, that's Christopher, Mr. Jolly, sit there. No, Romaldo, sit there. Christopher, this side, and this side. No. Mr. Mull, sit there. I will, don't worry. I will make you do it. Dolly, move this side. I know you won't run. Move. Uncle, baith ja idhar. Idhar. All senior citizens, this side. It's okay. Senior. I'm sweet 16, sweetheart. That side. I'm sweet 16. All right. Now, this is another fun activity. I have put idioms that are here, okay? And all around the auditorium. Now, guys, senior citizens should be happy because they're going to sit here while all of you are going to run. See, that's why. Okay, you guys are going to run, read the information, and come and tell your partner. Can I finish? Okay? It doesn't make a difference. You can get 2 or 3 people, it doesn't make a difference. Now, the best part of this is you make all the ones who are hyperactive, who never want to sit, run. Okay? That is the best way to get their energy out. The passive ones, sit. Don't worry, I will make you do that too. Now, for this activity, you take away give me the phone. You take away their phone. This is a digital age. You take away their phones, you take away a pen or a pencil because they will write. This is an absolute fun activity because they need to go, read, remember, come and tell you. And they need to give you exact information. The assessment of this is, if you have told him and it's not correct, he gets his marks cut. Do you understand? Then you make the senior citizens get up and do the same to you the next time round. Okay, so 2 classes go, yes.
But what if I want him to fail and then I give wrong information?
Sometimes, yes. But, yes, that's very, very good question. What if I don't like the person giving me the information and I want him to fail? Then, and you will have many students, thank you for asking that question. So when I check his work, I know that you've been his partner. I cut your marks. Do you understand? That ends bullying. All right? Okay. On the count of 3, this row of beautiful people, stand up. Please stand. Don't worry. All right. There are idioms right around the room. Go, read, and come back and tell your partners. Go, fly. Fly. Quickly.
High in the sky.
Make a pig's ear of it. Make a pig's ear of it.
Mr. Munn, stop cheating. No phones. Quickly, stop. taking pictures. I have another one. Give me your phone. Thank you. Your phone too. Thank you. No phones. No phones. Come, 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 come. Read one and tell quickly. Says who? Go back. At least 3. Stop sitting around. Go back. Excuse me. Up, up, up. 3. Go and read 3, 3. I need 3. 3. Go there. Phone, 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 phone. Thank you. It's okay. No, 3. Okay. Just go ahead and just walk around.
A rare occurrence.
All right. Leo. Why not? Great. Okay. Youngsters, sit down. Youngsters, sit down. Youngsters, sit down, please. Hall out. Okay, sit, sit. Mylene, go sit. Go sit. Thank you. All right. Now, role change. All the young at heart, go and find meanings. Go. Up and go read. No phone. Mr. Merle, no phone. Months I have. Mr. John, no krulamya, you cannot steal it. Please put it back. Please put it right back. Stop stealing. Yeah, it's a lot like scavenger hunt, yes. Ankur. Bye. Hold it. If you do that, put it as far away, it's a lot of fun. Guys, stop gossiping. Man, Leo. Real. Okay. Do this with technology. It's a lot of fun. Yes, tell Pastor Christy. Mr. Merle, you're supposed to tell him the word, not... Okay. Mr. Mann, stop ignoring me. Okay, so that's the next one, all right? Now, when they've done this and they've written the information, so what do? You get them to write it, and it's more interesting than making them sit there and copy. We all know plagiarism, right? We all know copy-paste, right? Copy-paste it on Word documents, cut it and stick it around. This is a lot more fun, and then they put it in order. You put them together and say, okay, now write it down in your notebooks and complete your notes. That has to be checked by you as a teacher. Okay? This is a fun activity. How many of you enjoyed it? Easy, crazy, fun, noisy. Now, all the hyperactive kids on this side, you got their energy out. When you're doing these activities, please warn your neighboring teacher. Okay? Because your neighboring teacher might get disturbed. I have two very good neighbors, Mr. Merle and Kru Lamyai. Okay? And when they do activities, we are all, oh, okay, you're doing that. All right? Or we're making a noise. Mr. Merle, I'm going to be making a noise this time. I'm sorry. It's okay. If you do this, it is a great idea to get them working. Now, I'd like you all to make smaller groups this time, about 8 or 9 of you. 8 or 9, this is the last activity. So 8 to 10 of you get into a group. Let's get into a group quickly. It's up to you. Just get into a circle. One circle this side, one circle that side. Let's go. Circle, circle. You guys make one circle here. You guys can make another circle. Not a big circle. Seriously, you guys. Serious. Not working. Circle, circle. There, sit here. Good. Okay. It doesn't make a difference. Fred, you can't trap me. I am. You know the nice thing about being older, you can get away with it. Okay. Now this one is called team webbing. So what you do is you write, I'm going to give you an A3 paper. Each group gets one paper, and you write your own question in it. Ma'am Esther, can you give it to each group? Now you will write a question in the center of that A3 paper and choose a color. Choose one color. One color, I'm going to give you, that's my supplies, guys. One color. Choose one color. One group, one color. Please do not choose a bright yellow, okay? Fred, don't choose yellow. I know you're going to choose yellow. Now you know your naughty ones, right? So just address the situation. One guy with 3 girls. Wow, Christopher, you're moving up in life. Okay. Write a question. All right. Write a question. Thank you, Mr. It's okay. It's on white paper. He's not. Any question? Okay. Write one question in the center. Write a question. Any question. Yeah. Right. It doesn't make. Yes. What is the meaning of life, he said. All right. Quickly, just write a question. Just write any question. Open-ended question, please.
Any question.
Any question. When are you getting married? Only one question in the center. Oh, good idea. Excellent. All right. They have written their question here. Guys, stop discussing the world. Oi, Davina, can you just hurry up and write a question? Quick. Question. Right. What is a question? Just write, what is a question?
Hey, don't make it complex.
In this, like this on the center. Landscape, go. Okay, quickly. We are only waiting for your group. Yours is the last. Hurry up. Any? All right. Now. Now, each of you, all right? Thank you, group. Mr. Tanasak? Thank you. All right. Now, each group is going to write 1 point in their color out here. When I ring the bell, this group goes there. That group, the paper remains here. Okay, you all move there. Mr. Carl, you all come here. All right? Is that clear? But you write, no, after you've written one point on your paper. 1 point. I like phones. I already have 3 there. Write a point. Hurry up. How do I get by bribing your teacher? No. Right. It's not a moral ethical dilemma. Ready? Now, this one, no, we are not teaching it. We are going to, where is the bell? Where did I put the bell? Here it is. Now, when I ring the bell, you know how to go, okay? McDonald, your group goes to Christopher. Christopher, yours goes to there. Is that clear? All right. Let's move. Up and go and answer that question. Take your pen with you. Group, take your pen with you. Take your pen with you. Go. Take your pen with you. You're eating and not sharing? Bad idea. I can't see anything.
That's the beauty of it.
No, that's not the beauty. You get 0 if I can't read it. Write a nice point. Okay, move. Let's move. Move. There. This group goes there. Yes, ma'am. Let's go. You all have to go all the way there. All right, quickly. Let's go. Move. I know. In 5 minutes, very good. All right, get back. Move. Let's move. Let's move. Let's go back to your original questions. Original questions, please. Original questions. This is the invisible ink group. Let's get back. There's nobody here. Let's go back to your original groups. Where is your pen? Pastor Christie. No, Pastor Christie is going to write. Let Pastor Christie write. All right? Excellent, Pastor Christie. Put a smiley, please. Good. All right, please settle down. All right, get back to your original groups now, please. Fred, please sit. Thank you. Fred, since you're so hyperactive, Can you please collect the pens from all the groups? Fred, man, not you. Fred, man, sit. No, I told Fred to do that. Christopher, don't throw it. Okay, now read your answers. Technology, I am a little allergic to that one as yet. Read your answers. Pen, please give it back to him. Pastor Christy, did you lose the pen again? All right. Now that you have made them read the information on your paper. Okay, so your questions are your essential questions. Just like her son. Now I know where he gets it from. Okay, so you write your essential questions on this. You get them, according to your standards, you get them on the web. Go to Google and type essential questions for your subject area and you will get them. Use that. Once you use those questions here, you get the students to answer it. Then you'd let them write the answer that they have got from here and a reflection. Now, what are the reflection? Your white hat, which is this. How do they feel about it? Which is your red hat. What did they like about it? Which is the yellow hat. What did they not like about it? The black hat. Okay? And what new idea did they get? So you tie it up. Okay? Now, yes, you will get some very... Thank you, Jim. You will get great ideas. Some that you have never heard of, but you've got. Accept it. It's not your point of view, it's theirs. And they feel validated. Okay? And so that's it. Now, Mr. Mann, you can collect all the papers for me. Thank you. From every group. Okay. This one is what I use. This one is just going to be the first presentation. I'm not going to make you do the activity, but this is very simple. You get the pattern of this cube on the board, on the web. Make them. And what I do is I put them in a group. I'm talking, na? Thank you, Ka. I'm terrible at doing. Now, you take this, and again, you put them in groups, okay? And say, okay, toss. You toss it in, and wherever it falls, it's fallen on explain the setting. Now, please, pardon me, this is according to English. So it falls on, whatever falls up, the class has to discuss it, write notes about it. The group has to discuss it and write notes. Okay, make your questions according to you. Another one which causes total chaos and is not even a fish market, it's mass confusion. So what? That's class. I cut out words and I go around dropping them in the middle of the groups. They have to pick them up and they have to write out the information or your story or whatever you feel like doing according to you. Now, digital people do the same thing with yours but on a digital platform. Okay, math. What are we going to do with math? These are all English. No problem, throw in numbers. Let them come up with a solution. Okay? Science, you know we have enough textual evidence to do that. But again, these are Bloom's taxonomy. Every teacher knows what Bloom is, right? Benjamin Deerbloom. Okay, he has lots of words. Use them on the cube and you can get them going. Okay, any questions? Any questions? No. Great. I hope you had fun. Now go ye out into your classrooms and cause chaos. Have a great day. Go for lunch. There's no admin here. Go for lunch, quick. Fred, I just took over. I'm sending them for lunch. Oh, Fred, guys, Fred has to say something.